Next on Westmoreland Saturday morning, it's Heritage Happenings brought to you by St. Vincent College here on 98.7 Westmoreland Gold, 1480 WCNS, and westmorelandgold.net.
Greetings, Westmoreland County. My name is Jessica Petrovich, and I am your Discover Westmoreland Director and host of Heritage Happenings here on 98.7 Westmoreland Gold, 1480 WCNS, and westmorelandgold.net, sponsored by St. Vincent College. Heritage Happenings is also available as a podcast on all of your favorite streaming services. Please check out Westmoreland Heritage at westmorelandheritage.org and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for updates on cultural and historical events throughout Westmoreland County. We have an exciting show planned for you today. We will be joined by guests from Brandywine Conservancy's Penguin Court, the Latrobe Art Center, and the Greensburg Art Center. Our first guest, Melissa Reckner, Program Manager at Brandywine Conservancy's Penguin Court, is on call with us this morning. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us on today's show.
Good morning, Jessica. It's great to be here.
And Melissa, first, if you could give a brief overview of the connection between Brandywine Conservancy and Penguin Court. Penguin Court is one of our Westmoreland County hidden gems, so I would love for more folks to know how it came to be this place for these wonderful programs that are often hosted there.
Certainly. Penguin Court is a private preserve of the Brandywine Conservancy and Museum of Art, which is based in eastern Pennsylvania. Penguin Court had been the country estate of the Scaife family, and it was Richard Scaife who bequeathed the property that was one of his childhood homes to the Brandywine after his passing in 2014. He wanted the land conserved primarily for its wildlife value, and that's what we do. It's not a property that is open to the public to come up whenever they want. It's only open during special programs for which registration is always required, because while it's a big space, it's a lot of land, there's really not a lot of parking or facilities to accommodate large groups. Most of our programming is geared towards adults because after I was hired, we had a stakeholders meeting with similar groups in the Ligonier Valley, and the results revealed that adult programming was the gap that we could help bridge, and that's been working really quite well, I think.
And that group, you know, it's funny, we think that's almost the standard that comes to mind, but really things often serve children or older adults, so having programs that hit that demographic is really, really wonderful.
Exactly.
And that brings me, Melissa, to there will be a Tai Chi series that begins very soon with Penguin Court. So could you tell our listeners all about this great new experience?
You've been to Penguin Court. You've seen how beautiful it is here. And I always envisioned having Tai Chi or yoga on the property. And Tai Chi especially was meant to be practiced outdoors. So one of our master naturalists, who is certified and a nationally registered teacher of integral Tai Chi and Qigong, she was willing to lead those practices for us. So I thought it's time we give this a go. And of course, it's always easier to work out any kinks with a friend.
Yes.
So beginning August 24th and running until September 28th, we'll have weekly Tai Chi practice at Penguin Court from 9 to 10 every Wednesday morning. The classes are meant to build upon each other week after week, so we encourage participants to make a 6-week commitment, but it's not required. That's good. Our instructor is really good about ensuring the pace of the class meets with everyone's needs. And it's just a really lovely way to start your day. So we would love to have more people participate. Each class costs $10, and folks can register at Brandywine Conservancy's website, which is simply brandywine.org/conservancy/events if you want to be really specific.
And having this as an experience, as you mentioned, Penguin Court is this beautiful outdoor space that I have been lucky enough to see, not open to the public because it doesn't quite have the capacity to host a very large-scale event. So to see this beautiful property, you want to make sure to take advantage of events like this one, and kudos to you and your friends, Melissa, for organizing this. I'm so excited to hear how it goes.
Thank you. We've had a few trials already, and that has been really well received. So it's something that I would like to, again, offer as long as the weather is conducive and the instructors are available. And then, of course, we'll take winter off and early spring, but it's something that I expect to expand upon in 2023.
And I especially want to thank you for having it in the late summer, early fall for those of us who are not hot weather people. So if you are not quite a summer weather person, this is the perfect time of year when it's not too cold, but not hopefully in the 90 degree range that we've had lately. So make sure to go to brandywine.org/conservancy/events to find information and register for the Tai Chi series. And Melissa, let me ask you, what else fun, new, or exciting is coming up for Penguin Court?
Well, tomorrow, August 21st, is Penguin Court and the Southern Allegheny Museum of Art annual event that we call Monarchs, Milkweed, and More. You can tell I just love alliteration.
Yes.
It will be held from 1 to 4 in the afternoon at Sama's Ligonier location, which is just south of the intersection of Route 30 and 711 there in Ligonier.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, one of the reasons we do this event, I think we've all seen the news of our iconic monarch butterflies being added to the endangered species list, the global list. And so this event is really meant to teach families about the importance of all of our pollinators with a special emphasis on monarch butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
So the Master Gardeners will be leading children's activities, specifically at 1:30 and 3, and those activities all focus on monarch butterflies and their life cycles and migration. One of our master naturalists will be giving a presentation about native bees at 2 o'clock, because what's good for native bees is good for butterflies. And I'm really excited that is the event at which the winners and honorable mentions of our Pollinator Photo Challenge will be revealed.
Oh, wonderful.
And that will happen. I know. I can't wait, because I've seen the submissions that we've received so far, and they're just phenomenal. So that will be around 3:30. And, of course, there'll be activities outside all afternoon.
And this event, Melissa, correct me if I'm wrong, this is an annual that happens,
Correct.
that happens every year? Okay.
Yeah, we had the hiccup like everybody because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something that we anticipate having annually, some Sunday in August, because that's the time that we can start, late August is when we can start tagging adult monarch butterflies. So I will have I'll have a few butterfly nets on hand so guests can try capturing an adult monarch butterfly in one of Sama's gardens, and then I will have these little tags with a special identification number on it that I'll show people how to place on a butterfly, and of course we'll release it, and I'll record that information and report it to Monarch Watch, which is an organization that tracks the movement of monarch butterflies across the continent.
Wow. And I also want to tell our listeners, too, if you are listening to this when it's in its podcast form, you may miss the event. But as we mentioned, this will happen every year. And also the gardens at Sama are open at any time during the daytime for folks to explore. And you can also find information on both of their websites about the importance of monarchs. And this annual event is a good way to learn about that, too. So, Melissa, anything else to share from Brandywine Conservancy's Penguin Court?
Sure. Just one thing to make Penguin Court a little less hidden. I do periodically give tours of Penguin Court, and I have one slated for the evening of August 24th. So again, people can register to participate at Brandywine's website. Space is limited, so if it's sold out, just keep checking back to that website for a future tour.
Wonderful. And Melissa, I want to thank you so much for your time talking about one of my favorite Westmoreland County hidden gems this morning.
Well, thank you for having us. We're happy to share the site and let people know about our wonderful programs.
Please check out Brandywine Conservancy's Penguin Court at brandywine.org, and you can search Penguin Court. You can also check out all of their wonderful events at brandywine.org/conservancy/events. This is Heritage Happenings, the show with the latest information on Westmoreland County cultural and historical events and organizations. I'm Jessica Petrovich. Thanks to our sponsor, St. Vincent College, for supporting our show today. Our next guest, Nancy Rasbassen, member of the Greensburg Art Center, is joining us in person today. Nancy, thank you so much for being here today.
You are so welcome, Jessica.
And first, Nancy, the Greensburg Art Center is one of the most vibrant organizations in the Greensburg area. Could you share with us how you personally came to be involved with the organization and what it's been like for you so far?
Sure. I became a member of the Greensburg Art Center about 9 months ago. It's a quiet place. place, and I stopped there one day, and there was a volunteer monitor there. Her name, Carolyn Taylor. Carolyn is an artist, and she is a volunteer with that organization, which is a volunteer organization, which simply amazes me.
Yes.
That they do not have a paid employee.
And I'll just say, too, I've been able to visit a few times, and you would never know that there is no paid staff because it's run so well. And to hear that you're so heavily involved after only 9 months is amazing.
Well, the Art Center exists to educate our neighbors about the fine arts and to encourage artists and students of all different levels of experience. So I was indeed encouraged by this wonderful artist, Carolyn Taylor, and I joined that day.
Wow.
So
thank you, Carolyn.
Yes, thank you. And so I signed up for classes after I joined. They have 6-week to 8-week incremental classes. I took a painting class, and I also took a drawing class. And the third Thursday of every month, they have a model. So you can do figure drawing or painting or pastel work or whatever medium watercolor with this figure model.
Wow.
So they do offer educational classes and a wonderful gallery to show your work.
And the gallery, too. So that, it goes through several different exhibitions, and I think that we'll talk probably a little bit later about that. But, there's classes, there's an exhibition, there's a gift shop that we'll talk about. I want to ask, too, so it's ending summer, heading towards the fall with Greensburg Art Center. So, Nancy, if you could share any upcoming events, classes, special exhibitions folks can look forward to. There is so much that is offered at Greensburg Art Center, and I wish we had time to talk about everything, but just a nice sample.
I love it there, and right now we have a show going on through August 26th. The gallery's open 10 to 4, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's called Plein Air 15601, meaning painting outdoors, and it's a great show with paintings created from the 15601 area code, and all the paintings are for sale. And what I find so intriguing about a show like this is that you have 2 or 3 artists, painters out there with their easels giving their version of what they see and feel in their subject. And you'll see at the show the courthouse, farms, neighborhoods, even the library.
Oh, that's fabulous. And, it's nice to go into a place like this and recognize what you see in a painting.
I know.
Because I think art is often, for some folks, a little bit inaccessible. You look at it and like, wow, I don't really know what this is. But when you see something that that's really special.
And it can be a quick stop. It's not an intimidating place at all.
Right.
But I'll briefly tell you what's coming up. Saturday, August 27th, we have volunteers that are setting up a yard sale, similar to a yard sale. And there will be household items, toys, and art, of course. And it's 9 to 3 on a Saturday, the 27th.
Wonderful.
We also have our kids' art camp that's going to be wrapping up by the end of August, I believe. But if you go to the Greensburg Art Center site on Facebook, you'll see which fall classes and workshops are going to be offered.
Nice.
We offer clay classes, independent study in clay, and our next show after Plein Air 15601 is the Westmoreland Photography Society show. It opens September the 10th. 6 to 8 is the reception, and it'll go through October 26th.
Oh, how nice. And the group of photographers that are a part of this organization, they always take beautiful pictures. So
right.
Don't miss that one.
And they're amateur and professional photographers, and they'll be able to show and sell their work there, and we encourage you to attend. It's always fun to be at a reception. It's wonderful.
Yes.
Greensburg Art Center will be participating in the Mini Fall Festival at Twin Lakes Park on September 24th.
Wonderful. And that, if for those of you who don't know, so the giant Westmoreland Arts and Heritage Festival happened over the summer this year,
right.
And last year they had adapted and made it into a smaller fall festival. Well, this year, not only do they have the giant one over the summer that just happened, but they will continue the fall one.
That's
so
right.
I'm so happy to hear that Greensburg Art Center will be there.
Yeah, and the Greensburg Art Center has a joint venture with the Greensburg Hempfield Library, and they call it Picture This at the library.
Oh, nice.
And starting November 5th through December 21st, you can visit our gallery for our Art of Gifting show. show.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, Nancy.
That'll take you to the end of the year. But our shop is open all year round. But for the art of gifting, our artists are diligently working on original pieces for those that want to give their loved ones a special piece.
Yes.
Nothing like original art. I always say that. Everything's affordable and original. So there are paintings, of course, galore, but there's also jewelry, pottery, scarves, and every time I go in, I see something different. I don't understand that. How could they be bringing in
new stuff every year? And let me emphasize for Nancy as well. I mean, this really, a lot of people talk the talk about, oh, support local, support local. This is a way to actually support local folks in a local establishment and give beautiful and unique gifts to friends and loved ones. And can you tell me the days for the art of gifting again?
It goes through December 21st, but it starts November 5th.
Starts November 5th. So start thinking about gifts for people. I know that we're only in August, but Christmas and the holidays will be here before you know it.
You can do all your Christmas shopping or holiday shopping in one fell swoop.
All finished with Greensburg Art Center. And speaking of the shop, I do want to ask, and we're almost out of time already, one of the most special attributes of the Greensburg Art Center is its beautiful shop. And you do have this wonderful art of gifting event, but the shop is open year round, and it features items that really any giftee would be lucky to receive. So could you talk a little bit more about the shop that's within the Greensburg Art Center?
Yes, they have showcases, glass showcases with ceramic dishes, earrings, necklaces, little small paintings. If you only want to buy a little piece for somebody, stocking stuffers galore, you can put a little square painting in your stocking.
That's perfect.
I know. And once one gets an original piece of art, they become a collector.
Yes.
And they can't, well, you can stop, but you can control yourself. But we are encouraging you to support this, especially the Greensburg Art Center, because they are a volunteer organization.
The shop itself, it features all of these local artists who, they dedicate their passion and time to this, and the proceeds go to supporting not only them, but an establishment that, if not for volunteers like you, it wouldn't exist, which is amazing.
That's right. And just to be a member is only $40 a year, and you can participate, even if you feel like you're a beginner painter or beginning artist, you can participate in the art of gifting next year if you'd like. So it's a wonderful opportunity for artists to educate the public with their own works.
Well, Nancy, thank you so much for your time this morning. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
Please check out the Greensburg Art Center at greensburgartcenter.org, and you can also find them on social media. This is Heritage Happenings, the show with the latest information on Westmoreland County cultural and historical events and organizations. I'm Jessica Petrovich. Thanks to our sponsor, St. Vincent College, for supporting our show today. Our next guest, Michael Toussaint, Executive Director of Latrobe Art Center, is joining us in person today. Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me back.
Well, welcome back. At the time of recording, which we are doing right now, you have not yet had your amazing Yellow Tie Gala event. But by the time everybody out there is listening to this, you will have just finished that spectacular event. So could you share a little bit about that gala, why folks should mark down early for next year? Because it's too late this year. I'm sorry, those of you who were not there.
Absolutely. So our Yellow Tie Gala is an annual event that we have each year that sort of serves as the premier kickoff event to the Great American Banana Split celebration as a whole. This event, though, in particular, is one of the Art Center's probably most important fundraising events of the year, but it's also just a lot of fun to, dress up and pull out all your swanky yellow clothing and enjoy friends and family and toast the Great American Banana Split celebration. So at this event each year, we have heavy hors d'oeuvres provided by Ricolita's Cafe. We have, of course, banana splits provided by Latrobe Dairy Queen. Each year, we also have a couple of other little activities and things going on that day that people can take part in. And then we have a live band. This year, it was Mike Urich and the Modelaires.
One of my favorite local bands.
Yes. But yeah, it's just just a really great time and a great evening.
And again, if you're listening to this, it is too late this year. I am sorry, but make sure you mark down for next year the Great American Banana Split celebration kicked off by the Yellow Tie Gala event from Latrobe Art Center. So as we move into the school year, now these are things that listeners, you can participate in. So what can students, teachers, community members look forward to at Latrobe Art Center as we move into the school year?
Yeah, so as always, the Latrobe Art Center is very busy through the fall and into the winter months. We start off with our Fine Arts Juried, Mr. Rogers Fine Arts Juried exhibition through the month of September that people can come out and see. This is the only juried show that we host each year at the Art Center. And it's a really, really great show and with really incredible talent from local artists. So we have an opening reception for that. That's open to the public on Thursday, September 8th from 5 to 7 at the Art Center, but the show itself will run that entire month. And of course, we have various programs and art classes for adults and kids, including our typical oil painting classes and mixed media and watercolor classes. We do have a couple new ones being offered this fall, which is exciting.
I was going to say, those ones you listed, I always see they're always booked full, which is amazing. So what are some of those new ones?
Yeah, we have a set of 3 bead embroidery classes being led by an artist by the name of Anita Kazenko. She's actually an internationally known and award-winning bead embroidery artist. So we're going to actually have a little mini show of hers too at the Art Center just to kind of advertise and promote her classes.
Right. Oh,
so
that's
she's
really
bringing in some of her pieces that are just absolutely incredible. And then in addition to that, we have a paper quilling class, which you'll just need to look at our website to learn more about what that is. Amazing. But yeah, so those are a couple brand new classes that we have that we'll be offering at the Art Center in the fall. And then we have a couple of other more low-key or chill programs for adults, including a new one being led by an artist. It's an evening with fresh herbs and white wine.
Ooh.
So this particular artist features a lot of different types of herbs from around the world or from around the Pennsylvania region or Pittsburgh region in her artwork. So she does a program where she'll talk about those herbs and talk about her artwork a bit, but then also pair herbs with various white wines.
Oh, that's really neat.
So that'll be on Thursday, September 22nd from 6 to 7 at the Art Center.
I'm marking that one down for myself.
Absolutely.
That's really amazing.
And then we also partner with Latrobe Parks and Recreation to host a Twisted Trivia, which is just a fun night of trivia at the Art Center. And that is taking place in November, Friday, November 18th from 6 to 9.
Excellent. Always something fun at Latrobe Art Center. Yeah. And, we just spoke to the Greensburg Art Center, and they're so heavily involved in their community. And Latrobe Art Center is so beautifully involved in the Latrobe community at large. And one of the biggest involvements that, besides Great American Banana Split and just outreach in general, your organization is closely involved with Latrobe Shop Hop Nights. So
Absolutely.
If you could talk about, even if you want to give just a tiny history of that and any upcoming Shop Hops, special goings on throughout the rest of the year with those events.
Yeah, so Shop Hop actually began back in 2018. It was founded by Emily Pasqualino, who's the owner of the Paper Heart Social Goods and Event Studios, located on Ligonier Street in downtown Latrobe. She's actually our next door neighbor at the Art Center.
Beautiful new studio for her. If you have not been there, make sure to visit.
But so she actually started Shop Hops, and the whole downtown, a lot of the merchants in the downtown area have really gotten behind that and have enjoyed participating each month. So Shop Hop happens the first Wednesday of the first full week of each month, that first Wednesday. And we have a few Shop Hops that are super popular happening in the fall that include an art walk, and it's sort of a little bit different this year. It's a sip and stroll art walk.
That sounds nice.
Featuring some different wines from different local wineries. So people will be able to come out, enjoy artwork by artists from Latrobe Art Center throughout the downtown area, but then also taste some wine as well.
Very nice.
And then in October, we have our Witches Night Out Shop Hop Night that we have the Witches Bike Brigade come out, and we have also like a big pumpkin and scarecrow contest amongst the participating merchant locations.
I always love seeing the pictures from this one. People really get into it, and I mean, the fall is my favorite time of year, so that biases me a little bit towards October. But November, are you doing the pies?
Yes,
again?
we are.
Tell me about the pies, Michael.
That is probably our fan favorite shop hop of the year, and also my personal favorite.
Yes.
That is the only shop hop night that is ticketed. It's $5 a person, but it's exactly what it sounds like. You walk around to all of the participating locations, and you get to taste and sample different pies.
Yum! What a perfect thing for November. And is there one that's in December, or does that kind of merge with Holly Jolly Christmas?
Yes, we don't have a standalone shop hop per se in December. Now we do have the Small Business Saturday Cookie Crawl, sort of leads right into the week of Holly Jolly, and that kind of serves as our holiday shop hop.
Wonderful. And it's just amazing. Every year when we reach this time, it's like you think that as summer ends that things slow down, but for me, I don't know, things just kind of speed up as you move into fall.
One thing ends and it's like, oh, you think you have a break, but nope, it continues on.
Michael, anything else to share from Latrobe Art Center today?
Yes, one final thing. This year, we do have an annual silent auction and an auction event each year. That's also probably the Art Center's biggest and probably the most important fundraiser of the year that really helps us out and supports our mission and programming and operations. But this year is actually Latrobe Art Center's 20th anniversary of being an art center.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. So we are taking the opportunity to really celebrate that anniversary and our 20th birthday, and doing that through a kickoff event on Saturday, October 1st from 6 to 9 at Latrobe Art Center. This will be a big in-person event, sort of probably a similar feel to what the Yellow Tie Gala is. So if you did miss out on the Yellow Tie Gala, you can always come to this anniversary event.
Yes, mark it down.
But this event also will be kicking off our silent auction, which will run online through the whole month of October.
Wonderful.
But at this in-person event, in addition to, us celebrating our birthday and kicking off the online silent auction, we're also going to be having a ton of auction in-person activities and auction type games going on that evening alone. So it should be a really fun night, I'm thinking, especially for those who have attended our auction events in the past. This is sort of probably going to be the biggest and best one yet.
Well, lots to look forward to as we move into the school year, kind of the end of summer here. So, Michael, thank you so much for your time. Of course,
thank you.
Please check out Latrobe Art Center and all of their wonderful events and community happenings at latrobeartcenter.org, and you can also find them on social media. This is Heritage Happenings, the show with the latest information on Westmoreland County cultural and historical events and organizations. I'm Jessica Petrovich. Thanks to our sponsor, St. Vincent College, for supporting our show today. That's all we have time for today. Be sure to stay safe and healthy. Take some time to visit and enjoy our Westmoreland County cultural and historic sites and events. And of course, be sure to check out St. Vincent College and all of its recent accomplishments. Follow Westmoreland Heritage on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out all of our information on westmorelandheritage.org. This has been Jessica Petrovich, your Discover Westmoreland director and host for Heritage Happenings here on 98.7 Westmoreland Gold, 1480 WCNS, and westmorelandgold.net, sponsored by St. Vincent College. Heritage Happenings is also available as a podcast on all of your favorite streaming services. I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Until next time.
How will your college experience transform you? How will you learn to make a difference in your life and the lives of others? At St. Vincent College, we attract high-achieving students who quite naturally place we ahead of me. A small college like St. Vincent gives you more access to the opportunities that will shape your future.
At St. Vincent College, we succeed together.
Together. Discover the power of we. Learn more now at stvincent.edu.